What do you get when you mix together a competition like Squid Game and the most jacked people you have ever seen? I'll tell you what you get. You get a bloody good show.
You can see the riding on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always, they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the older generation.
Physical 100 is a Korean show where 100 of the strongest bodies, regardless of race and gender, compete to see which is the best. It's a simple show in concept, but the open-ended nature of the competition leads to some amazing moments. I found myself rooting for a new competitor almost every episode. I surprisingly got very into it, considering that I am not an avid sports watcher. It is really interesting to see the limits the human body can take, and to see the relationship between physical strength and mental strength in action. And damn, this show is brutal. I wasn't kidding about the Squid Game comparison either. The competitors literally compare it to the show as well. And so today, I want to talk about a specific scene in episode 3 where MMA fighters Shin Dong-guk and Chu Sung-un go head to head in a death match. A scene that stood out to me as a masterclass in storytelling. A scene that is so jam-packed with so much characterization and epicness that I cannot keep quiet about it for much longer. I will also show a time-lapse video of some fan art that I did on this scene alongside with my analysis because, this is an art channel after all. So now, I think that the best way to talk about this scene is with a story. It's the first episode, and about half of the contestants have already been revealed. Both the cast and the audience are left waiting in the ominous circular room, intimidated by the busts of all the other contestants, until suddenly, a man with styled hair, wearing sunglasses, and dressed in a suit, confidently walks in. Nobody else has entered the room like this. You are left wondering, who is this guy? And why is everyone making such a big deal out of him? Well, this man is Chu Sung-un, or Yoshihiro Akiyama, a 47-year-old fighter and champion in the MMA, UFC, and Judo. He immediately stands out as a figure of importance, garnering respect from the other contestants, and presenting an air of unwavering confidence. After a strenuous warm-up challenge where contestants had to hang over a pool of water, it is announced that the first quest for the Physical 100 is a one-on-one death match. Already half of the contestants are going to be booted off of the show. The mini-challenge before was just a warm-up, a taster of what's to come. A brutal and primal battle between two contestants, both wanting to survive. These contestants get to choose their opponents, however. The top 150 contestants, who were able to hang above the pool of water longer than the other 50, were granted first pickings. And since Chu Sung-un was one of the first people to fall, he had to be chosen. It was only until a man named Shin Dong-guk walked up and respectfully asked to battle. At this point in time, we don't know too much about Shin Dong-guk, other than the fact that he is also an MMA fighter. And we also don't know too much about Chu Sung-un either. Sure, we know that he is famous for his career, and that the other opponents respect him, but we haven't seen many of his talents yet. The quest begins. One, a grassy landscape with structures and obstacles to climb on. The other, a dirty, empty space with a pond of water in the middle to fight in. The objective: be the last to hold onto a large weighted ball within 2 minutes. Failure to do so will mean you are out of the game, and you have to destroy your own bust, along with your pride. The fights are immaculate, brutal, suspenseful. This is the first time we are seeing these perfected bodies tackling, running from, and struggling with each other. Some opponents run from the other and hide their ball. Some barge in head first. Some struggle to take the ball from the other. The crowd of 98 competitors cheer for whomever they want to win, while silently anticipating their upcoming match. And while all of this is happening, I'm left wondering, where is my sexy Yama? Our two opponents emerge from the darkness, Chu Sung-un and Shin Dong-guk. The crowd watches with bated breath. This is the matchup they have been waiting for. The bell rings, and our two figures slowly enter the stage, confident yet anxious. The counter ticks down, second by second. Shin Dong-guk gives Chu Sung-un a bow, his final sign of respect, before their eventual battle. But what happens now? He runs behind him and grabs the ball. Yama is unfazed. What's the catch?
선배님한테 제안 하나 하겠습니다. 제가 대상 선배님을 모셔놓고 물놀이를 하는 건 좀 예의가 아닌 것 같습니다. 선배님하고 종합 격투기 선수답게 종합 격투기 룰로.
The crowd applauses. Now this fight will truly be like no other. Two fighters skilled in the same profession, one aged by experience, and the other full of optimism and ambition. Winner takes the ball. Chu Sung-un accepts. They shake hands, and the true fight begins. The two bodies move back and forth, sporadic yet controlled, each reading the other's jabs and kicks. Yama slowly overpowers Shin Dong-guk, pushing him into the corner. He's running out of room, until, boom, Shin Dong-guk charges at Chu Sung-un, leveling the playing field. Neither one of them has the upper hand. Both men are in complete focus, their gazes never averting. With a couple more movements, Shin Dong-guk is pushed back and trips over one of the obstacles. A fault on both of them, forgetting that this is a foreign arena with obstacles and equipment they are not used to. Shin Dong-guk topples back, but Chu Sung-un does not take the advantage of this opportunity. With all the respect he has given up to this point, not only by his opponent, but also by everyone in the audience watching, Chu Sung-un reciprocates that respect by allowing Shin Dong-guk to get back up. Both competitors have their pride kept intact. This is not just a battle between two competitors, two men, but two fighters. Fighters that understand each other, that understand how the game should be played. Shin Dong-guk swiftly goes in with another tackle. However, Chu Sung-un braces beforehand. He has learned his opponent. They are both put into a headlock until Yama hits Shin Dong-guk away. Yama, an immovable force, is given a second to breathe. As the timer strikes 1 minute, the fight matures into its second half. Now, the iconic scene. Chu Sung-un takes off his shirt and rolls it up in his hands, his breathing heavy, his stamina running thin. His vulnerability is hidden behind years of professional training. Now, more than ever, you can see the difference between the two, as Shin Dong-guk regains his footing. Chu Sung-un slowly closes in. The camera spins wildly around. The environment, the crowd, the background, it's all a blur. All the focus is on our fighters. Whoosh! Yama casually throws his shirt behind him, revealing for the first time his champion-winning body. The spotlights modeling his beautiful musculature. Each fight, each victory is reflected by every muscle. This one shot, the camera movements, the characterization, it's like something out of a movie. It jumped out to me as something exceptional. I wanted to recreate the sense of power that both figures exuded. the crowd goes wild. With less than a minute left on the clock, our fight enters its endgame. The two trade hits until they are both brought into another headlock, the sweat glistening from each of their backs. They trade more hits, each slap leaving another red mark, heavier and heavier breathing. They're both starting to tire out. They are wearing each other down, hit by hit. Chu Sung-un now has to overcome his fatigue if he wants to win this fight. And with what amount of strength he has left, he moves in with as much force as possible, just like what Shin Dong-guk did to him 2 times before, and tackles his opponent to the ground. 30 seconds left. Chu Sung-un has now gained an advantage over Shin Dong-guk. All he has to do now is keep him pinned down. And just when he thought he had his opponent caught, Shin Dong-guk rises up, and they are back on equal footing. Chu Sung-un has learned now that he is unable to overpower his opponent. After every slap, every tell, every read he had of Shin Dong-guk, and all that was in vain, as Chu Sung-un realizes that he cannot win a fight with just his strength alone. As Yama is taking in this information, a crowd member shouts, Suddenly, Shin Dong-guk goes in for the tackle. But like before, Chu Sung-un stands his ground, and this time overpowers his opponent. The adrenaline kicks in, as with each step, victory comes closer and closer. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Yama thrusts him against the net, using the environment to his advantage. As he leaves his opponent tangled in the web of his own making, Yama dashes towards the ball. 20 seconds left. Shin Dong-guk gets up. Yama guards the ball behind him. They clash. 10 seconds left. They both release and lunge towards the ball. Yama outspeeds his competitor by fractions of a second. They struggle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chu Sung-un emerges victorious. Art is storytelling. Art is a medium we as a society use to convey emotions, strength, fear, excitement, victory. I hope that I was able to show you at least a bit of that emotion today. Chu Sung-un is my favourite contestant in Physical 100, and I won't tell you how far he gets in the competition, I want you to see that for yourself, but throughout the series, he shows true character growth. From a seemingly cocky MMA fighter who under-expects his opponents, to a fighter who truly understands the meaning of strength, both physically and intellectually. The story of an experienced fighter still learning lessons far into his career. That is what I want to recreate. Thank you for listening to me ramble about this one specific scene from this one specific show. I feel like it really encompasses what I find interesting in animation, the ability to tell stories. If you want to see more illustrations and animations, or more talks about random movies and shows, go ahead and click another video or subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you, and goodbye.